In these tough economic times, Colorado's cities and towns continue to provide us with the basic services we need to live in a safe, healthy, and prosperous community. The large majority of Colorado citizens choose an urban lifestyle because of those services, the quality of life, and the sense of community it brings to our lives. Colorado's cities and towns all have their unique personalities, but they share many of the same functions. Police and fire protection, the essentials for a safe community. Water and wastewater infrastructure, the basics that provide us with convenience and proper sanitation. Parks and recreation opportunities that bring us the healthiest lifestyle in the nation. Streets, bikeways, walkways, transit, the lifeblood needed to move people and goods. Economic development, to create jobs for our citizens and provide a robust tax base to support the municipal services we all rely upon.
The services our cities and towns provide are really the closest to home for people. I think municipal government is the government that they most identify with, even if they don't realize it. Whether it's public safety, our parks, taking care of our sidewalks and streets, those are the things people, deal with every day. It's not far away, it's real up close. So that makes it crucial that the things that we do be offered well, good quality, as well as efficiently, using tax dollars wisely.
The 21st century's Great Recession has hit hard at the budgets of Colorado families, and that's reflected in municipal government revenue. Consumers spending less at local retailers means fewer sales tax dollars for municipalities. But signs of recovery are beginning to show. According to the Colorado Municipal League's State of Our Cities and Towns survey, 35% of municipalities report increased revenue in 2011 compared with the previous year. Looking back, 30% reported an improvement in 2010, and only 7% saw increased revenue in 2009. On the downside, 30% are looking at decreased revenue in 2011, which is a concerning number, but a dramatic improvement from 2 years ago when 65% reported a decrease in municipal revenue. The solution is a healthy economy. Never have Colorado cities and towns worked harder to improve their local economies, and we are starting to see positive results. Cities and towns have always been the level of government most involved in economic development, but the pace of that investment has increased. Last year, 3/4 of all municipalities dedicated funds for economic development. This year, that number jumps to 85%. All larger cities have staff dedicated to business development, and more than half are partners in a regional economic development program. Throughout the state, municipalities are involved in a wide range of activity. More than any other effort, cities and towns are working to market Colorado's tourism experience and bring visitors to the state. Going beyond the traditional winter sports and summer vacation experiences, cities and towns are supporting agritourism, developing heritage tourism opportunities, and hosting special events that have become a popular reason to indulge in a long weekend getaway. Cities and towns continue to reinforce and rebuild their core business community. Some efforts are on a small scale, such as revolving loan funds for small business or mini grants to help existing businesses grow. Buy local campaigns encourage citizens to spend their dollars at home to support local businesses that keep that money circulating within the community. Other efforts are on a larger scale. Urban renewal authorities or downtown development authorities provide a financial structure to breathe new life into flagging commercial districts. Municipalities are involved in the nitty-gritty of development and are taking steps to encourage new business and the expansion of existing business. Tax incentives, building site cleanup and development, reduced permit fees, streamlined approval processes, and expanded infrastructure are all tools used to help our business community grow.
We've said it before, we'll say it again. The road to the state's economic recovery runs right through Main Street, Colorado. Every city and town in the state has demonstrated consistently through our own surveys with the State of the Cities and Towns report the amount of financial commitment they're making to support Main Street, Colorado. It's critical to our local economies as well as to the state's. And that's why Governor Hickenlooper's bottom-up economic development strategy is so important by focusing on the needs of Main Street.
And we are seeing the results. New business is entering the state, and existing corporate employers have been expanding their operations. Main Street businesses have been helped to grow. Business incubators are hatching new business ideas. Municipalities are playing off the strengths of their existing employer base, be it agriculture, high-tech, tourism, fossil fuels, or alternative energy. While the results of economic development efforts are encouraging, municipalities enter 2012 reporting some improvement in tax revenue. This improvement follows 2 years of steady decline, and as a result, Colorado cities and towns continue to trim services and reduce staffing levels in the 4th year of decreased municipal spending. While still striving to maintain high levels of service delivery, it is a difficult challenge due to the reduction in resources. 28% have cut municipal employees in their latest budget. This is on top of staff cuts reported by 38% of municipalities last year and 30% the year before. Elsewhere in the budget, 30% of cities and towns cut their street maintenance spending, 10% cut police budgets, while 12% made across-the-board service cuts. While someone still answers the call made to 911 and the water still flows, a continued decrease in revenue can only mean a continued decrease in service. While many services have had to tighten their belts, one troubling aspect of budget cuts is infrastructure projects being put on the shelf. Reduced municipal revenue and diversions of state energy impact funding have dramatically reduced budgets for infrastructure construction and maintenance. The number of municipalities reporting needed but unfunded capital projects is concerning. 16% report unfunded drinking water facilities, 24% sewer facilities, 33% need dollars to fund public building repair and replacement, 24% bridge projects, and 50% report unfunded street projects. Altogether, 59% of municipalities have put needed capital projects on hold indefinitely due to a lack of dollars. Sadly, another troubling aspect is in falling far short of maintaining what we have. 53% of municipalities have deferred maintenance programs in order to balance their budgets. Street maintenance is listed as the #1 fiscal challenge faced by city governments, and there is no sign of improvement in 2012. As any homeowner or car driver knows, deferred maintenance is not a sustainable solution.
Infrastructure in Colorado has really been a challenge over the last decade. Federal funding has continued to decline. As late as the early 1990s, the federal government covered about 60% of the transportation bill in America, and that number's now declined to about 40%. And that shift has gone on to local jurisdictions throughout the country. Here in the recession, it's gotten even worse, as it's easy to defer infrastructure maintenance because the emergency doesn't happen now, it happens in the future. There's this big curve that goes along, and all of a sudden you drop off it if you don't take care of your maintenance. It's just like your home. If you don't paint it, if you don't take care of the windows, if you don't take care of the floors, eventually you're past the point of no return and you have to sink a lot of money in versus just a little bit.
CML has been working with government and private industry partners to increase the amount of state and federal dollars available to help cities and towns repair or replace outdated and insufficient facilities and distribution systems.
We have a $4 billion funding shortfall in Colorado for water and wastewater treatment facilities. And the only way to adequately address this at the state level and at the federal level is with a broad-based coalition. That's why we're a founding member of the Water Infrastructure Network, which is a group consisting of both the private sector, like contractors and engineers, and other local government interests, like the Special District Association, to get our partners at the state level and at the federal level to help identify the funding sources we need to address this critical funding problem.
Putting public projects in motion creates jobs and delivers infrastructure that will serve our citizens for decades to come. Cities and towns are seeking and finding new ways to provide services efficiently and cost-effectively. They are working to provide public safety, transportation, public utilities, and community amenities that form the backbone of Colorado's quality of life. And that means going beyond the basics. From the small towns that are the centers of commerce in rural Colorado, to the mountain resorts, to the large cities along the Front Range. There is a community spirit that can't be quantified by numbers, a spirit that gives each of our municipalities its own personality. It's what makes Colorado's cities and towns such a great place to live.